Hey, this is Ricardo and welcome to Whiteboard Sessions. Today I'm going to be talking about just my raw thoughts in regards of how I went from having a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, taking off that lid of I can't get good credit, and now having over $100,000 in available credit. Now, the key to this is learning what I'm about to show you. I wish that when I first got into trying to find ways of increasing my credit or improving my credit after my bankruptcy, I found a video that was similar to this. And I think that this video is one of a kind in the entire YouTube channel, not only in my channel, but in every credit repair channel that's out there on YouTube. So I believe that most people, whenever they're trying to improve their credit, it doesn't matter whether you're trying to find a hack or a trick in order for you to improve your credit overall. People think that this is a linear equation, right? This is your starting point. This is your 500. This is your 400 FICO score, whatever you're at. And then you're like, if I do this, I'm gonna end up in the 700 plus FICO score. Unfortunately, that is not true, but this is what everybody promotes. If you do this, this is what's gonna happen. But in reality, whenever you're trying to improve your credit, if you went through a bankruptcy, if you went through repossessions, if you went through collections, whatever it might be, you have to understand that there's gonna be gradual steps. So if this is your starting point, you're not gonna go like this. Instead, you're gonna go like this. And you're gonna find what I call a breaking point. What is a breaking point? Well, there's certain information that you're gonna learn when it comes to credit improvement, whether it's how to delete a negative item or how to rebuild your credit properly, but that's gonna take you to that next step. This is what I call a breaking point because you're gonna stay stagnant here until you find the next step in order for you to get to that next breaking point. You see, whenever you're attempting to fix negative items off of your credit report, let's say that you have a collection, you have a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you have repossession, late payments, you name it, you have to understand that these negative items are meant to last on your credit report for the next 7 to 10 years. However, most of us have been led to believe that as soon as we send this letter or we dispute this way online on Credit Karma, etc., you name it, everything is gonna be fine and dandy. What you have to understand is, first of all, you have to take a few steps back and you have to realize there is a certain pattern of thought that got me into this credit in the first place. If you want to change something, if you're not satisfied with the result that you have in your credit today or in your finances or whatever aspect of your life, you have to change something first up here in order for it to come out into that physical world. So when I have consultations, when I have one-on-ones with clients that are like, hey, Ricardo, I want you to help me fix my credit. They want to change everything externally, but people don't want to change up here. And this is one of the reasons why sometimes I'm not able to take you on as a client. Because if you're not willing to change the same level of thought or the same pattern that got you into that financial bind in the first place, then as soon as I help you fix your credit, you're going to get right back into that same issue again. Now, let me ask you guys this. How many of you have tried losing weight, you lose the weight, but a couple of years later, if not a few months later, you end up right back in that same spot? And this doesn't happen because new foods came into the market. This happens because you had a short-term goal. What's the hack? What's the trick? How can I actually improve my overall health for a short period of time without changing what's going on up here? I am one of those people that currently struggle with those type of things when it comes to losing weight because I want that short-term high. However, I need to change something up here to change my overall result that I have physically, right? And it's the same thing when it comes to translating into credit. In order for you to improve and for you to get to that 700 FICO score, that 800 FICO score, high limit credit cards or approvals for homes or refinancing, whatever you're trying to achieve, you have to change that level of mentality that got you into the credit that you have today. This is what most channels are not promoting, but I wish that we had a video when my wife and I first started in our journey when it came to improving our credit after our bankruptcy. We were trying to find something that was gonna tell us, okay, what do we need to do, but what are serious and realistic expectations? And mostly everybody's gonna try to get you into the hook of, hey, look, send this letter, or I know what I'm talking about. I can tell you there is so many different ways in how you can dispute something. There's so many different ways on how you can rebuild something. But at the end of the day, your mindset is the first thing that you have to start with. And on top of that, you have to start realistic expectations because it's not a linear equation, but rather you're trying to get to the next breaking point, so on and so forth, to the point where you get approved for high limit credit cards, where you get approved for that auto loan, where you get approved for that home loan that you desire for you and your family, right? But it's going to be a journey. You see, if these negative items are meant to last on your credit report for the next 7 to 10 years, what makes you think within 30, 60, or 90 days, you're gonna go from a 500 to a 700 FICO score? It makes no logical sense. That's one of the things that I learned firsthand when I was rebuilding my credit. So whenever I'm trying to help somebody and try to set realistic expectations with them, sometimes people are like, well, this credit repair company told me that they can fix my credit within the next 60 or 90 days. If they do something unethical, I'm pretty sure they can. But you want to stay away from that because the only person that's going to be affected by that is you. So now you know, first of all, change your mindset, set realistic expectations, and start working towards a better credit. My name is Ricardo, and if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.